Dogs.
Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Okay. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on Twitch. How is everyone? You all good? Oh, right. So today's stream, we have the one and only Ranger of Krieg Cosplay. Everyone say hi to Ranger of Krieg Cosplay.
Hi guys.
Here's my boy. For anyone who doesn't know, Harry is my numero uno spotter. He
Goddamn
does
right.
he does pretty much. Well, I'm not gonna lie. You do 99.9% of conventions for me now, don't you?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I'm like the primary kind of go-to, and then got some other awesome people as well that will fill in
Oh yeah,
for ones for ones I can't do.
For ones that you can't do. I think last year alone you did 24 out of 26. I think altogether.
Something like that. It was something absolutely ridiculous.
You did a crazy amount. Well, everyone, this is going to be like a little mini Q&A for Ranger of Krieg Cosplay. For those of you who don't know who he is, I'm sure I've got my mod in chat. If my mod could throw up a link to Ranger of Krieg Cosplay, that would be absolutely awesome. So we've got some people jumping into chat now. Hello, everyone. Hello. Let's see. Kind of bored after babysitting my 3D printer for 6 hours. Yeah, you know what? I know how you feel with that because I have to babysit my laser cutter for many hours. After the stream with Terry yesterday, I had to stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning. No, not yesterday. Was it the day before? I'm not sure. I don't even know what day it is. I don't know what day it is.
And that would be why your sleeping schedule is garbage right now.
That's why everything is garbage. I played Sea of Thieves last night as well, and I don't even know what day it is.
Can't blame all your problems on your laser cutter.
Oh, absolutely. You've got to complain. Everything has to be because of my laser cutter. I'm going to blame my laser cutter for everything. All right. I'm just basically faffing right now so we can get the stream going. Get everyone in. Awesome. I'm just checking the stream myself now. Bang in. You love Sea of Thieves? Hell yeah, so do I. Sea of Thieves is the best. I need to get Harry on Sea of Thieves so we can be pirates together. Hold on, actually.
Yeah, once I get a new PC with Windows 10, I can get it downloaded. I can actually join you on it.
That'd be awesome. Marcus Bracken and I play quite often. If we had a fourth, we could get a galleon. Galleons, we need galleons. We just did a big ghost horde last night. That was insane. I got my pirate hat on because got to get your pirate on, especially with the beard. In game, I'm Blackbeard. Thank you, Desi, for posting those links for me.
Thank you for the links.
I have an official mod in chat. For those of you who don't know, everyone look out for Dragonheart. She's feisty. I look dapper with that hat. Thank you so much. I love this hat.
Don't mess with Dragonheart. She'll mess you up.
Don't mess with Dragonheart. She'll mess you up. Okay, so I am going to be reusing some of the questions from yesterday's. Was it yesterday? I keep saying yesterday's stream. From the last stream with Terry from B Cosplay, because I keep forgetting what day it is. I actually need to know what day it is. It's Saturday today. I can't believe it's Saturday. Oh my god! Right. Oh god.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you said you had like some things like written down somewhere. Like I don't know what these are. Like. Dragonheart actually sorted a few topics up for me, so thank you, Dragonheart. So we can possibly jump on some of those.
I've got Dragonheart's questions here as well, but I've also got
sweet.
Like my own ones as well because I have some plans and stuff for the chat. I mean, also if you go onto Sea of Thieves and just do an open crew, people will just join you anyway, and then you just make friends. The only thing is. I did that once, and I joined a crew of French people who didn't speak English because I don't speak French. So that was an experience, I can assure you. It was so weird. I was weirded out the whole time because they were just shouting at me in French, and I'm like, I don't know what you want. Stop shouting at me.
What do you want? Do you want me to man the cannons? I don't know.
Man the cannons. If money were no subject, what cosplay would you like to make? Oh, go on, Harry. I wanna know yours on this one.
My one. I'd honestly, for me, like one of like my dream, like this also falls into one of my dream cosplays. I'd love to do like a proper suit of ODST armor from Halo, but like the Halo 3 / Halo ODST version.
That would be mint. That would be so nice. I know a few ODSTs actually. I've only just recently found out that one of my friends is starting a Master Chief cosplay.
Oh, nice.
So that's gonna be cool. All 3D printed, all of it, like the whole thing.
Oh God.
So that's gonna be chunky. You don't have experiences. You don't have good experiences randoms. Neither do I. I've had some. I've made a few friends on online thanks to Sea of Thieves. But you know, you thought about doing them back in the day. Oh, I tell you what. If I had all the money in the world, if I were a wealthy man, my dream cosplay. I think I mentioned this during Terry's stream, I believe. Mine would be Totoro because I don't really. I mean, I have all the plans and everything for Totoro. Everything's down on paper, and I have all the links and stuff. But again, financially, it's such an undertaking because of the amount of pure fluff that is Totoro. Plus, I need a team. Well, 2 people, a minimum, of seamstresses who know what they're doing to be able to actually put everything together for me, because. Like, I can put the frame together and do the harness and all the mechanically bits and stuff like that, but when it comes to the actual sewing side of things, I have a Singer sewing machine. It's a crank handle sewing machine. That's all I have. No, I'm not doing an entire Totoro with a crank handle.
I was going to say, well, that's another skill you need to learn, dude.
I mean, I could do, but I'm so bad at it already. It's just like, you know.
We'll just get Holly down just to like yell at you and be like, "This is how you do it."
Yeah, well, Holly's actually one of them. Big shout out to Nyroz. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I'm going to be so bad at saying these Twitch names, but thank you for the follow. I've got all the follows up on my screen now. So
I think Nyroz. Yeah, I think that's
so
it.
Hello. I can actually thank people now. Check out B Cosplay's video about Armor Smith. Yeah, I watched him live. He was on Facebook. It was a bit early in the morning for me, but I still watched a bit of him with the new update for Armor Smith, and it is so good. He was doing some basics and showing people what Armor Smith can do now. It's absolutely amazing. Sorry, I'm late. Right. By the way, if you guys do have questions, make sure you at me or at Dragonheart, and she can keep track of the questions. I have some other questions here for Harry. Here's a question for you, Harry, and this is something I'd like to know, because I think I know a bit of it, but I want to know. I'd love to know more. How have you gotten into Warhammer cosplay?
Into Warhammer cosplay?
Yeah, how did you get into it specifically? Like, what kicked you off into it?
Well, that's the thing, because like I'd been cosplaying for like a few years, but it was mostly just like throwing together Milsurp and being like, "Oh yeah, this is from Metro" or something like that. Like, I never actually, like, I attempted to make a NCR Ranger from New Vegas, and that didn't go that well. I kind of gave up on that one, so I really should go back to it. Anyway, yeah, like, I'd been, like, my first 40k cosplay was the Death Gore Grenadier, which, the thing is with the Deathcore one, I'd wanted to do that for years, but I could not find a coat, like, for love nor money that was, like, affordable, because all the ones I found were, like, I think, minimum 130 quid. Oof. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not forking out for that, sorry. But then I actually found one for 30, and so I was like, yes, mine. And that kind of removed that roadblock, and I was like, you know what, now I can do this. I can get to building stuff. I can get to doing, you know, the Grenadier, which was made out of foam board and cardboard originally.
I remember quite fondly I remember quite fondly.
Like honestly, it didn't look too bad, but I did get like people get like a few people online where like I posted it on a few forums. I had a few people give me a little bit of shit because it was made out of cardboard. And I
If
was
it's your
just I
first
was
cosplay, it doesn't matter. I mean, come on. If
no,
it's a first
I mean
try.
it gave me the push to make it into a foam version where they were like, "Oh, look at this guy in his cardboard armor," and I was
Because
like,
like if
"Screw you
I
then, and make it foam, yeah, like a real cosplayer."
because if I'm right in saying yours was cardboard when we first met, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
It was.
That was the first. The first time I met you was actually it was the first outing for that for the Grenadier.
I think that I don't think that could have gone any better for you because like
No, no,
for anyone who wants to know, this is quite an interesting story. I was a cosplay guest at a convention as my Space Marine, and I couldn't really walk around the convention that much because it wasn't a huge convention and doors were an issue. So I would stay in the main foyer bit where my table was, stomping around, and I had some friends with me who also had tables next to me who were cosplaying with me, and one of them was another Space Marine, and we were hanging out together, and I spotted Harry coming through the door. He had his wristband on, he'd come in and he'd started walking in like that, and he was just by himself and he just stood there and he's looking around, looking at some stuff on the tables, and I remember just literally looking at him and just go, Krieg! Just
actually, I'll tell you what actually happened. I walk in, okay.
Oh no,
he's gonna like I walk in, get got my wristband, get my stuff together, and I see these two Chaos Space Marines and one Chaos Terminator. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a deathcore. I ain't afraid no heretics. And like, I walk up into basically into the middle of all these Marines. They just look down at me, and I go, "All right, then what's all this heresy?" And you look down, and you're like, "Krieg."
It was the best. Oh, I was so happy to see him. Like, because it like having done my Space Marine for maybe a year at that point, if that.
Yeah, it wasn't that
was
old at that point.
So new, it was shiny and new, and it was all shiny and new, and wasn't damaged at all. And it was really nice. I remember just chilling there with you, and properly just getting to know you because I was like another fellow Warhammer cosplayer. Let's get to know this chap. And the thing is, we had like once or twice we had crossed paths before.
Well,
we think anyway. We've never figured it out.
Well, that's the thing. Like obviously I'd seen you at cons because you were guessing at cons and you were emceeing and stuff like that. So I'd seen you in your Ghostbuster and I think maybe once or twice in your Marine. But I was still doing like these just Milsip cosplays. And I was just kind of like, at that point, I was still very much like, yeah, no, I'm just going to keep to myself at these cons. But yeah, when I did the deathcore, I was really proud of myself, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try and make some friends at some conventions, get some con friends that I can actually meet up with people. Yeah.
I bet you regret that
now. I've just seen Angulus's comments where it's like, oh, they do to gas mask. It was more like, hold on, it was more like.
Like if anyone plays Team Fortress 2, it's like
Pyro.
Yeah, the Pyro from Team Fortress 2. But yeah, I just and it was the stuff I wish I could get it up on here right now. I really wish I could get it up here right, but it would take me so long to find because I don't know where.
It's the one of me drinking half a pint, isn't it?
I liked Harry so much. I properly got to know him, and I was like, do you know what? Right, I'm going to buy you half a pint. So I went up to the bar in my Space Marine, buy a half a Coke, and then there's him with a half a pint. I was like, here you go, have half a pint. There you go. Thank you very much. And I didn't think. I mean. And I say I didn't think much of it. I thought a lot about it. Like, it's like, oh, I've met a new friend, and that was kind of cool. Never thought it'd get to this point where I'm just like, every con, we're going together to the con so we can have a table and do the Space Marine thing. It's such a good laugh. Such a good laugh. Oh, I enjoy every minute of it. I would say you enjoy every minute of it too, but there are some times where you've just been like, ah!
Oh yeah, it's like what was it? When you're not doing what I tell you to do, that's when I'm like, tag.
Yeah, Harry will stop for a picture, like in Warhammer Fest, and he'll be posing, and he'll be like that, and I'll just walk off. Oh.
God damn it, Angelus.
God damn it!
It was like, it never thought it would get to this point. What? The shipping?
It's so bad now. Like it's because of Desiree's bloody picture of you sorting my hair out for that photo.
Oh god, yeah, and the couple goals
the
thing.
The couple goals
just,
thing on it. It's like, God fucking damn.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah, right. But you also, like, I know I do Warhammer stuff, but you also do other cosplays as well. More importantly, the one that people tend to really like now online, your SCP Foundation.
Yeah, I haven't actually. I was gonna take that one out to like, because we only managed to get to one con this year. I was gonna take it to the next con we were gonna do.
Yeah.
And then obviously, you know, the big Corona just
the big COVID.
The big COVID. Like the pestilence of Nurgle came and shut down all the bloody cons.
Yeah.
So I spent like, I think it was, yeah, by the way, this costume is like, it's not going to be entered into any competitions. It's 100% bought.
It looks
just
so good though. It looks
it looks legit, but it's like just milsurp and airsoft gear and stuff like that. But yeah, I was I don't think that's gonna get to a con until maybe end of this year. Spent about like I think it was 250 quid.
I think we got someone in chat who really likes SCP. I've just seen SCP exclamation marks show up. I think someone's like, "Oh my god, secure, contain, and protect."
Okay, just a small little tangent here on the SCP thing. It's like it's amazing, right? Whenever I post anything about my SCP like cosplay, all the SCP fans just come out of the woodwork, and they just like
come out of their containment areas. SCP? They come out of their containment areas, is what they do.
Oh yeah, they breach containment, and they're like,
Iron within, iron without.
Hey, thank you for the follow. I'm really bad at these names. Quarion, yeah, 699, Quarion 699. I really hope I get that right.
I'm guessing it's Quarion.
Quarion, I'm so
yeah,
bad
Quarion 699, yeah, from Mass Effect.
From Mass Effect, yeah, I was gonna say, but I'm really bad with like reading stuff out. Like, Welsh is my first language, English is my second, and then reading stuff randomly does sort of throw me off big time.
But it's like I was posting like the work in progress as I was getting stuff in, like all the patches and stuff like that on Insta, and I'm suddenly getting all these follows from like loads of people with SCP Foundation themed like profile pictures.
Iron within, iron without.
Thank you, Zombie Soup.
Oh, Zombie Soup.
Zombie Soup. Commissar.
Oh, it's Tom.
Yeah. Hello.
There we go.
There you go.
Artemis Blackfire said it's Tom, and I was like, "What do you mean it's Tom?" And then it's like, it's like,
oh no, Desi's posted something in chat. Oh no.
God.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, is this the...
No, Desi, no.
Desi!
God damn it. Yeah, that photo is a thing. Yeah, right. Just like my tangent now, okay? Like I sweat a lot in my suit, and my hair gets stuck to my face, and I can't.
I'm just looking at the comments.
If I wanted to, I could literally ask Harry. I could literally pop a shoulder off, go like that, do my hair, pop the shoulder back on, done. But it's such an ass to do. So I'm just like, do you mind just moving that out of my face? He's like, sure, no worries, and just moves it out of my face. And what? Who was it? Was it Donald Manning who just went? Bam.
Yeah. Because
big ass shot, just bam, took a shot immediately, and it's like, damn.
Yeah, because he'd just taken some photos of me, and he wanted some photos of you. So I was like, yeah, give me 2 seconds, I'm just getting ready now. And then he's just like, snap.
He literally just like, oh, that's adorable. Snap. It's like,
yeah.
Okay. I sweat like my suit. He says, As if that's true. I mean, no, I'm not saying that's not true for all of us, but I mean, have you seen how many fans like Terry has in his suit? He says he doesn't sweat that much, and it's like, okay, fair enough, but I have none. I have a Harold with a fan, a squirty bottle sometimes, and some wipes.
I don't even have a fan. I have a shovel. I have a foam shovel.
It wafts me with a shovel. It's a fan. It works.
Yeah, it does. It works very nicely as a fan, actually.
And if have
you seen what Desi's just put?
I will start a bromance page. No. It's fine. I know. How many viewers have we got right now, by the way? I'd love to know how many viewers
we got 12
right
viewers at the moment.
12 viewers. Wow. Oh my god. Hello, everyone. Hello, Gordon.
Hello, Gordon.
No one's going to get that unless they, like...
Oh, I think some people have seen it.
Someone's going to see it.
Look, Gordon, ropes. We can use these to help me, Gordon.
Help me, Gordon. I have no fans. Neither do I. Well, I mean, I have about 5,500 and something now. No, I'm joking. No, I don't have any fans in my suit either. I just don't. If I get really hot, I just go outside, just walk outside in the suit, cool down, and then come back in. It's pretty easy. I did once, though. Here's a funny story I'm going to tell about Harry and me. Is we got my suit off and everything like that, and I went around the back to change, and I take my sweaty ass t-shirt off, and I put a new clean t-shirt on. I dry myself off, put a new clean t-shirt on, and then I grabbed this sopping wet t-shirt, and I'm like, "Hey, Harry!" And I just tossed it over to Harry, and Harry caught it and instantly dropped it. It was like, "Ah, dude, God, no!"
It was. There's many a time where you've been like, "Harry, can you get that thing in the bag?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And you've thrown your sweaty shirt in, and I put my hand in, and I just go. It's just like,
oh god, we have a question. Okay, have you tried putting a simple dehumidifier in it? I tell you what I do after a con is I do wipe the inside of it down with a damp cloth just to clean it out a little bit, and I always spray Febreze into it, which eats the smells. They claim it eats smell, but yeah, I spray Febreze inside it. So like every now and again, I'll come into my workshop and my suit smells really nice. And you just like, yes, a nice clean suit. And then as soon as I put it on, give it an hour and it stinks again because it's foam. It's pretty bad. Yeah, but Harry knows damn well that my suit sweats like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's the one where like a wire connection or something comes loose, or like we're putting on the chest and one of the batteries comes loose and falls down, and it's like behind your back, and you're like, "Oh, Harry, just reach in and go get it." It's like sticking my hand in there, you know about.
Well, I remember the one time you did though, and you were just like,
Yeah, and you were like up a bit, and I'm just like,
you grabbed the battery, plugged it back in, and you were just like,
Oh god, to zombie soup take a backlight to it? Hell no! Oh god!
If you took a black light to it, it would show. It would be grim. It would be a horrible. The beacons have been lit. Oh god, it would be horrible. It would just be grim. I wonder if it works today. No, it's not. It's not working today. The sun was coming through my window so bright the other day while I was talking to my friend Amy that when I did this, my hands just had a massive ball of light in them, and I posted it to my cosplay page, and it was just like, "I am the light." It was great.
I am the way and the light.
But no, I think the funniest one. I think the funniest one in regards to like a sweaty suit is when we took the chest and everything off, took the shoulders and stuff off, and Dovrik's gone really quiet.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was just me, but like it happened earlier as well. I don't know whether it's me being loud and coming over your speakers and your mic trying to adjust for it, but because I feel like I'm being loud.
So, how is that? Can everyone hear me now? I need to get the chat back up super quick. How is that? Is that better? I can ask you, Harry. Harry, is that any good?
Oh god, that is very loud.
That's very loud.
Yeah, because it just just went back up again as you did that. Turn it down.
Okay, I can't hear it, so I don't know. So I'm trying to adjust it as best I can. Right, there we go. It isn't a stream if something doesn't go slightly wrong.
I'm lucky I can just like turn it down slightly. like on my headset, but
There we go. I've got a USB. I've got a USB studio
okay.
mic that I bought.
Okay, apparently now it's perfect according to Desi.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just trying to get
Okay.
OBS to behave. Just need to get OBS to behave. But yeah, right. Okay, so OBS is not behaving. That's fine. It doesn't have to behave if it doesn't want to. As long as I can still see all the followers and everything, I'm good. Right, okay. I can still see the followers. Awesome. Right, back to it.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Where do you guys see yourselves in 10 years? Do you think you'll still cosplay together in about 10 years? Well, in about 10 years, I'm going to be 37. So...
God, I'm gonna be 34. Jesus.
You'll be 34. So, I'm not 100%, really, if I'm honest.
Like, honestly, if we are still cosplaying at that point, I reckon chances are like possibly depends on what cosplays are doing at that point. Probably not spotting, but definitely be like, yo, dude, you're heading down to this con. He'll be like, hell yeah, going down to that con.
I mean, I'm going to try and Space Marine as much as I can until, like, the end days.
I was gonna say it's gonna be like when you reach like your. Was it when you start going like grey and start getting the wrinkles? Then you can be like a veteran.
I would
A veteran
do
marine and put like loads of battle honors and stuff on.
Oh god, yeah, like the chaos battle-ons. I would check that link. I'll check the link later if Desi, my mod, if she doesn't mind saving that link for me. But I did actually just buy this microphone with money I don't really have. So I'm gonna try and keep this microphone for a bit before I go.
It may have to wait
because I don't want to go buy Primaris Marine when. Angela's put also married. Yeah, we'll probably be married. Harry will be married to Desi, and I'll be married to Mrs. X, whoever the hell it is. So, yeah. Yeah, of course we'll be married to other people.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I can't really answer that question. I'm going to try. I'm going to be in my Space Marine as much as I can. I mean, you never know. I've got 2 Space Marines now. Well, 1 Terminator, 1 Space Marine. But you never know. I might have a Totoro by then. I might have... Well, hopefully I'll have a Totoro by then. Hopefully I'll have a few more cosplays by then. Nice big cosplays. I want to do nice bigger and better cosplays. And if anything, we can go and we can raid America or Australia. We can take our suits there. And
if we can get them over, like, you know, it's a pain in the ass to
put them in a big ass crate and send them to Terry first. And then we could go that way.
Oh god, like honestly, I think if I went to a con in Australia, I would melt.
Probably, because I know
because I struggle when it's about 25 degrees C. So
well, I struggle in my suit when it's a cold day outside. I just struggle in my suit anyway because it's so hot. Come to Dragon Con. That would be amazing. God, I'd love to stomp around in Dragon Con. Just stomping Dragon Con. God, that'd be so cool. Do you know what's really funny? I live in Wales in the middle of nowhere, and I've been to MCM London twice. And both times I've been to London, people have been there who have come over from other countries to MCM, who have spotted the suit, recognized who I am, and then come over and been like, hey, oh my god, I follow you, you're Iron Warrior Cosplay, and then starts talking to me about stuff, and I'm just like, wait a minute, are you? And then like, I remember who they are, and they're like, yeah, it's me, and I'm like, how are you here? And it's like, it's funny how like I live in the middle of nowhere in Wales and they live in the middle of nowhere in God knows what country, and then we both go to London to the same convention and happen to bump into each other because the size of the convention is massive. Maybe not as big as the ones in America, but it's still massive. It's like one of the biggest in the UK, and you know it would be absolutely insane just to bump into someone I've spoken to online once from America or something, and then bump into them. The amount of times that's happened is crazy. I've met so many people who have just come from other countries and I've bumped into them and they recognize me. And that gets me every time. It just blows me away. It makes me
yeah. So speaking of overheating, we got a question for me from Nairos in the chat. Even in lighter cosplay, I can imagine the temperature is an issue. Do you do any cooling for your Krieg area or just avoid the heat? I've had loads of people like suggest, oh, you need to get like a cooling rig or something like that. Honestly, it's not too bad. As long as I can keep on top of taking breaks and keeping hydrated, it's usually fine. What I tend to do is when I'm getting suited up, especially in the guardsman, because it's got a lot of like fiddly armor pieces and whatever, I tend to get very warm in the initial suit up, and then once I'm sorted and I'm happy, like like and you know like my body kind of reaches an equilibrium, and it's like, okay, I'm fine with this, and I can just go on with it. It's fine. And we also have from Pinkthorn, we have. I get the impression you were overheating at the Warhammer World Open Day.
Warhammer World Open Day. That was when we were at Warhammer World the last time we went, wasn't it? Not
Yeah, that was the one in November. Yeah.
No, that was actually all right. I'm not gonna lie, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Because due to the close proximity of everyone, it was actually not bad. We didn't actually get that hot in. If I'm on it, well, I know I didn't. But luckily, we could go outside a lot, which was great. So that would bring the temperature down because it was so cold anyway. It was just nice getting outside occasionally, but the lift was handy. But no, with that convention, it was more Harry just force feeding me liquids
Water.
all the time just to keep me going. It's just like, here, have it.
Yeah. The thing is with Warhammer Fest is that it's not like the actual buildings and the rooms themselves aren't that big. Like in the grand scheme of things. So you don't really have, you can pack people in there, but the air conditioning doesn't really have to compete. So it's not too bad. And as well, they had the front doors open, which was like a really nice breeze.
That was so
To the
good.
place.
Blackfire, it was cold that day.
Yeah.
It was
Which was a godsend.
I was really happy with that. That was really, really fun.
Especially when we got to take a break and we got the Marines out of their armor. We all us guardsmen and commissars and whatever, we took either our masks, hats, or jackets and armor off, and it was just like really nice, cool breeze on the skin. It was just like
If any of you have been in like a boys' locker room after like a rugby game or like a cross country or something like that, take that smell and times it by 3 when like a bunch of Space Marines and a bunch of like Imperial Guard cosplayers and stuff get all their kit off in the same room at the same time. It's grim. It's oof. It was there was loads of frost. I loved that con. That was a fun con because we stood next to the Rhino and got some pictures, and we also that was the same day I got Harry addicted to plastic.
Resin.
Resin. Well, yeah. Harry's now addicted to resin, so yeah.
Resin crack is more expensive than plastic crack.
I've ruined his life.
Stop ruining my life.
It was pretty grim, like seeing Harry's list of stuff he's just ordered, and there's me like, oh no, what have I done?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
The Deathcore Infantry Squad is a gateway drug.
Oh god, yeah. But the cold was a blessing that day. That was because I've been to Wrexham Comic Con when it was smoldering hot. It's like one of the hottest days of the year. And I would walk out into the sun, get some pictures taken, and then walk into the shade because it got hot like that. The foam would just heat up immediately. It was crazy. But nothing popped apart. All the glue stayed where it was, so that was good. The suit stayed fine. That was always like good thing to hear. When you're wearing spandex, no, it's not. No, the thing is though, I've never worn spandex because why would I? I've got a Space Marine. Although I do know people who wear full, like, a bodysuit underneath their Space Marine. Like, they have a specific bodysuit for that. I just wear clothes. Just, have that. Do you know what? I did forget to change the title of the stream, didn't I? That's one thing I forgot to do. damn shame. I need to try and figure out how to do
Bad
that.
Dovrig, no.
Don't
No.
ask me. I don't actually know if I can. I don't actually know if I can while the stream is running. Desi's screaming at me on chat. That's hilarious. I don't know if I can change the name of the stream. Yes, I can. Here we go. Here we go. Right, there you go.
I've just seen the chat with Desi yelling at us.
There we go.
I'm sorry, I had to put Facebook on mute.
That should be fine now. If we refresh that, it should be fine. If not, let me know. I can't actually check it. It's crazy, but it's still saying that for me at the moment. But Harry's chilling with his shovel.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep. I'll keep checking. It might not work because we're already streaming, so I do apologize for that. I forgot to. Nope. There you go. It's changed.
Yay! There we go.
It's changed. There we go.
Sorted.
See, it's fine. It could have been worse. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. You should get the light on. It's getting a bit dark for me now. There we go.
There we go.
Right, anyway, so got another question from you from Desi's list of questions, and then I've got some questions for you then. Now, this one's specifically for you, because, I mean, as much as I've been a spotter for David Roth and other Space Marines throughout my time, this is something that I'd say is more for you specifically. What's important when it comes to spotting?
Right, okay. This is... I can actually... we can actually do a bit of both. Like, it's obviously...
Well, yeah, because, I mean...
primarily going to be me, but, like, there are a few things that people who are being spotted for need to take into account as well, I think. So when I'm spotting for Dovrig, I have like loads of stuff on me underneath my cosplay, just so I can deal with stuff. So I've got I've got two canteens full of usually Vimto because Vimto's nice. So I'll have two of those, one on each hip. I've got Duvrik's phone in usually one of my coat pockets because it's easier to reach. Then I've got all of his stuff on me, so I've got keys, wallets. I've got my keys and wallet, so it's like I'm just being weighed down. Then it's basically just keep them hydrated, like the person you're looking after, like, you know, it doesn't matter like how much time it's been. If you feel like, you know, they need a drink, just go up to them and just be like, drink now. And if they're like, oh no, I'm fine, just don't take no for an answer, because Dovrik does that and it's a pain in my ass.
But I told it, because I know what happens. I tell people like, no, I'm fine, and I feel like I'm fine, but then give it half an hour and I'm like, oh fuck, I need a drink. So what I do is, when Harry started spotting for me, I told him, if I say no, like literally take my helmet off and like take a gun out of my hand and just give me the bottle, and I'm like, and it works. I have to drink, and I know I have to, because some conventions, for example, Warhammer Fest, that was, I think we must have gone through gallons and gallons of
yeah, I know we had to refill halfway through that one
a bunch of times. It was crazy. That was one of the ones I properly, I knew myself I had to drink a lot, because there was such a long walk from like the start to the back. But that was but also though, that was the first time we tested the Power Fist.
Yes,
and,
we'll get onto that in a bit.
But yeah, spotting wise though, when I've done spotting and stuff, I get David Roth. I'm gonna use David Roth as an example, because he's the one I've spotted for the most. I've done some crazy shit for him. Like, I've done some mad stuff for him, and honest to God, to you, it's the best. I get him into Big Red, and once he's in, I hand him his axe. I keep the helmet on me. We get out the door. Once he's out into the main hallway bit, or the main hall or whatever, I'm like, "You ready?" He's like, "Yep." I slam his helmet on him, and I walk in front of him constantly, keeping an ear out for his clump, and watching for people around him. We go to an area, we stop, we get pictures taken. I tell people, "Okay, there we go," because David's legs get tired standing in stilts all the time. So it's like, you want to go? And David will be like, yep, go. And I'm like, okay, everyone clear out the way, even if people are halfway in the middle of taking pictures. If you leave that one person take a picture, then two more are going to come. They're going to take more pictures. And if he gets super tired and ends up his legs cramping or something, so we start walking off, you'd be fucking surprised the amount of people who then like open up like the sea. I walk through, David walks behind me, and then they follow us. And they're like, ooh, I want to know where this guy's going to go. So they follow us, and then we go to another place, and people get more photos.
Yeah.
But when David's like, okay, let's stop to take a break for a bit, he'll like either lean against a wall or he'll stand there or whatever. I'll take his helmet off him, and he's drenched in sweat. And I literally just take my hand and just go sweat off his face and just wipe it on my trousers, because I've done it so much for him, and I just don't mind. I know people are like, oh, you can't do that. Some other people sweat and stuff. It's like, oh, ew. Me personally, nope, just fucking just get the sweat out of his eyes, because if he can't see and sweat ends up going into his eyes, it's going to cause a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've spotted for David more times than I can remember. But at Play Expo Manchester, the event where we built my Iron Warrior, just the main grey frame of it and everything before I actually became an Iron Warrior, I walked around with David, and David was single at the time, and he was just like, oh yeah, dude, it'd be really cool. We get some pictures and stuff. Like, brilliant. Walked around. And I got him pictures with as many hot girls as I could. And there is, if you go to the album on my cosplay page, and it's it's Play Expo Manchester, day 2 or part 2, you'll just see loads of pictures of David Roth, Space Marine, with hot chicks. I found as many hot chicks. Like, I'd run up to a hot chick and be like, hey, can I ask you a favor then or what? It's like, can you get a picture of my friend? They look at the suit and they instantly like, yes, of course I'm going to have a picture with him. Like, snap a photo. And it was, honest to God, that was the best. I was his cosplay spotter wingman. Now, that's...
I was going to say, ladies love the Corn Berserker.
Oh, hell yeah. And anything like big and monstrous, like people, the ladies love.
Oh my.
What's this? Yep, Iron Warrior Cosplay can confirm. Bottle opener. See, you know, an idea for essentially a bottle holder for my Marine. That would be a bottle holder would be good. I know that when I do the new backpack for my Space Marine, I'm going to have hopefully a little hatch or a pocket or something that I can put stuff in and keep stuff safe in the back of my Space Marine. I'm hoping anyway. We'll see. Fingers crossed. We'll see what I can do. But I'll probably be able to manage it. Even if it's like a little foam shelf with like 2 little foam boxes and stuff, I could put some stuff in it and keep stuff safe like that. But yes, as for spotting, yeah, that's pretty much when it comes to spotting. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there, believe it or not. I know 2 or 3 bigger cosplayers, like in big suits, I mean, who don't have spotters, and that scares the bejesus out of me, because if they go down, no idea how they're going to get back up. Obviously, people aren't going to just leave them, but they're going to come over. It's always good to have that one person. For example, mine's Harry. To have Harry as, you know, my spot. Like I know, like, if anything goes wrong, I can just go Harry, and he'll just appear from behind me or appear next to me. He'll come over, and then I'll just tell him something. He can adjust whatever, and done. You know. Oh yeah, absolutely. You got to move. Like, I can stand in my Marine quite comfortably for a good amount of time, but occasionally, like, my calf muscles will start like getting really tense, and it's just like, right, let's start walking, and I'll tell Harry, right, let's move, and then Harry does his Krieg-y, and then people move. They're like, angry gas mask man.
I was going to say, just like angry shovel noise, and they're like, ah, shit.
And then it's like, oh God,
and they move. Getting back onto like things. Artemis Blackfire has got a very good one. This is a while back now. Of don't run off. I think that's important for both spotters and the people they're spotting for.
Yeah.
Rig.
I mean, fair play, Harry's never run off from me. I don't say I've run off, but I have just gone like.
No, you just wander.
I've gone over there. Like, it's usually when I've got my helmet off. Sometimes it's when I've got it on. But if I've got a helmet off, or even if I've got it on, there's not many people around. I can clearly see that there's like nobody about, and I just see someone. I'll just stomp over. Sometimes I just go over to a table and look. The amount of times, like, stall holders, they'll be sat at their table and they'll be like, you know, just waiting for people to come by, like, just selling their wares. And then I just walk up and they're like, hello.
Because it has wells if you have coin.
And I'm just like, and then just me inside my helmet, hello. like, hi, would you like anything? It's really funny, and you have to about 5 or 7. You have about 5 or 7 spotters with you. Wow, that's a lot of. Oh yeah, I know what you mean now. For a second there, I was like, wait,
Just
what?
sounds
And
a guardsman squad with
I
a.
was like, oh yeah, I know why now.
Soften up married to him.
Do you know what? I will.
Oh,
Do you know,
Shani.
I'm going to go off on a little bit of one here. I'm gonna make Tom a very happy bunny. After I've got lists, I've got a proper. It's in a little book I've got upstairs of lists of cosplays that I am going to do, but there's no dates or anything. But obviously, the top one is like Totoro. Then the next one is like, for example, I'm fixing up the Grey Knight and stuff. But I've also got the Krieg boy, which I'm doing, which is like at the top of the list at the moment. And then I've got like bits and bobs going down. The Adeptus Mechanicus I want to do after I do the Krieg. Obviously, not immediately after I do the Krieg, but at some point after the Krieg, my next one will be an Adeptus Mechanicus. That kind of stuff. I have adjusted the patterns to me, because I'm a big boy, but I have adjusted the patterns to me of Terry's Imperial Guard armor. For those of you who know, Terry was nice enough to give me the actual laser files so I could laser cut pieces. For example, Harry's chest piece and stuff. Well, the chest piece is Terry's Imperial Guard like bit, but then we modified the piece at the bottom, and you did the ribs, didn't you?
Yeah, I modeled it. I modeled the ribs in Blender, and then put them into modeled them in Blender, put them into Pepakura, and then got like the outlines for that in like a PDF so that you could actually use it in Lightburn.
Yeah, you sent it to me. I slapped it into PDF to DXF converter, converted it to DXF, put it into Inkscape, and then adjusted it, and then put it to that, and we adjusted the size then to what you wanted. But what I was saying to Tom, at some point, I'm going to be cutting the Imperial Guard armor out and making myself a set, and I have ready to go right here. Everything's going to go tits up if I let these go. I don't know if you can see these on stream very well, but these are neon orange.
Yeah, we can't see that because of the light.
There you go. How's that?
There we go. Yeah, got it.
Neon orange. It's literally neon orange. It's actually safety paint. It's called.
Wait, wasn't I in Trago when you got it with you when you got that?
Yep, you were in Trago
because we saw it and I was like, oh my god, it's like if you need paint for your 601st.
Because the reason being is I have been thinking about asking you whether I can officially join the 601st and see if I can come around with you guys for a bit of fun at a con occasionally. So that would be a lot of fun, especially with that neon orange. I don't know what kind of paint you guys use, but I'm just going to go for that neon orange since I bought 2 cans of it when I was just like, maybe I'll ask if I could join the 601st. So, that is the paint, I believe. That's the way. So, that would be really fun, just to randomly make a set of Imperial Guard armor and then figure out what I can do. Maybe I'll grab some heavy weapons and go around and just be a heavy weapons guy. I'll just be like Team Fortress 2. I am heavy weapons guy. And this is my weapon.
I was going to say, don't they already have a heavy weapons guy? You need to...
Oh, I think they do. Damn. I think you do, don't you? Damn. But, I'll figure something out. Again, that's just like for the future. But yeah, I thought since we were talking about that, I thought I'd mention that because honestly, that is something I've wanted to do for a bit. But I do have some other questions here now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And let's see if I can find it here. Okay. Right. How do you view yourself as a cosplayer? Like, do you view yourself like higher standing or more of a... Would you say you're more of a beginner still, or do you think you're more of a... Like, how do you view yourself in the whole convention side of things?
Well, that's the thing. I'm not like obviously I'm still learning, like everybody's still learning.
Absolutely.
But it's like I don't know. It's a bit weird because like I get people messaging me being like, saying stuff like, "Oh my god, he's so good, like professional builds and stuff," and I'm like, "Bro, I'm not. No, It's like I'm just like I'm like at the moment I'm just cosplaying, making models, making terrain, stuff like that, and I post it online for other people who like that kind of stuff to see it, and because I like at the moment I've taken quite a liking to the shoot my table's wobbling as I speak.
Wobbly table.
Yeah, it's a pain because at the moment I've been doing a lot of like terrain pieces and stuff, and I've been posting, really artsy fartsy photos of my deathcore and stuff.
Love your deathcore. It's so
Yeah,
nice. It looks so
and yeah, people have been absolutely loving that, and it's great that people enjoy what I do. Um, and yeah, it's just like yeah, I just, like at the moment, like I don't get me wrong, I want to get better and get to that point where I do want to get to that point where I can look at myself and just go, yeah, I'm a professional cosplayer, but it's nowhere near that point at the moment. It's just like, yeah, no, I just wander around in a gas mask at this point. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what? Hold on. I missed a few things. Oh, clearly we need to build a crew served heavy. Yes, if we can have a heavy team, I
Yeah.
would build big heavy weapons for. I'd build another hammer. At that point, I would go nuts with the heavy team. But yeah, you can add me to the roster. That'd be awesome. I'd love to join the roster. Right, this one I've been looking forward to asking you because what I've done is
know.
I typed out a bunch of questions last night on a notepad and I was just like I'll ask
Right.
Desi's first. I'll get a bunch from the chat and then I'll ask you these ones. What is your funniest cosplay story? And I am so excited for this one because I bet there's going to be the funniest story.
Funniest. That's the thing. There's been a few times where stuff's gone wrong, or there's been the one I always love to tell is we mentioned earlier the first outing of the Power Fist at Warhammer
Iron
Fest.
within, iron without.
Oh
Hey, right, okay. So sorry to interrupt you there for a second, but
No,
El
go for
Marco Wolf has just followed me, and for everyone in chat, I have to say this: El Marco Wolf is my friend Marcus Springle. We go way back since secondary school, and Marcus Springle was the second person with me. It was me, Marcus Springle, David Roth in our team of three, who built my Iron Warrior at Play Expo Manchester. That is El Marco Wolf right there, who just started following. So I want to give him a big shout out because without him, I wouldn't have an Iron Warrior right now. And I say that so often because it's so true. If he hadn't come up with me in the van all the way up to Play Expo Manchester to help me build my Space Marine, I don't think I'd have one right now. I'd still be doing it in my my workshop, in the garage up in the house, or in my bedroom just carving foam out by myself. So big shout out to him. Sorry about that. I just had to give him a big shout.
no, it's absolutely fine. Right, so first outing of the Power Fist. So this was before. This was pretty much you'd just gotten it, and like all the straps. I think you added maybe one strap.
It was two straps, but one of the pieces of heated plastic broke the first time I put it on.
Yeah,
which kind of made me go, oh fuck.
Yeah, so like this thing was literally like just you tried it once for about I think 5 minutes, and then it was like, oh, we'll work it out when we get there. So we get this Power Fist on, and we're doing the walk around with everybody from 601st, all the other guys and stuff like that, and we're there having loads of photos with people. It's really great. And then I look over at Dovrig, and he's doing like this, like come hither, like head motion, and I'm like, I walk over to him, I take his helmet off. I'm like, "You okay, dude? What's up?" And he's like, "Harry, I don't want you to panic." And I'm just like, that makes me panic more. What's wrong?
Remember, like, how many hours had we been in the suit since then?
No, it would only been like an hour and a half tops.
We'd been outside. I know that much. We'd been outside and done it.
Yeah, but that wasn't for long, dude.
No, true, but still, I dread
Yeah, and so it's like, Harry, I don't want you to panic. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, I can't feel my hand, Harold. It's just like, I'm just like, shit, no. So they had these stalls set up at Warhammer Fest, and I go to the people because we were by their table and we were like all the cosplayers were chatting with them, and I was like, quick question, can we commandeer that empty table? And she was like, yeah, but what for? And I'm like, oh, wait, just fucking go. It's like, and it's just like slams down power fist, like rip all the straps off, and then it was just like, it was like your hand was losing color. It's just like, it's
honestly,
like, shit.
it was. We'd been outside. We'd taken the pictures. We'd done a bunch of filming outside. We'd gone back in. We went into the main hall, as you said. Was it this before or after the big photo? I keep forgetting whether this was before or after the big photo.
This was before.
It was before, okay. So,
yeah.
But I will admit, she was the nicest lady. She was so nice. She was like, yeah, of course you can use the table. I'm like, brilliant, go over, put the power fist on the table. My hand had gone, well, if you look at the chat, do you see Angelus's name there? My hand was that colour. It was about purple. It was like that sort of purpley colour from like here down. Well, it was this hand. Actually.
I was going to say, Derek, you do realize that the colors are different for everybody.
Oh, are they different for everyone? Oh, no,
yeah. So mine is like a dark turquoise.
Yeah, why not? I'd say it was that. It was every color.
Honestly, any of these colors could be applicable to.
But these three fingers here, I couldn't actually feel. The whole hand had gone. There were dig marks into my wrist here and dig marks into my forearm up here from where the piece of plastic was too short to go around, because this part of my arm is so wide. It's just stupid wide, and I don't know why it's so wide.
It
goes like that, and then it just goes really thick up here. And I was just like,
with 3 seats.
Bother, that sucks. So we ended up going back, walked through the event, but we got some pictures while my arm was fucking dying, but we got some pictures, and then we went back in and took it off. For the whole event then, we had other weapons and stuff, but what I remember when driving home was I could feel my middle finger, but I couldn't feel these two, and to demonstrate to Harry, I kept hitting it against the dashboard to show him that I couldn't feel anything in my fingers, and basically... ever since then, I was like, right, take it home, take everything out, and then repair it. So what I did was I completely replaced the straps and stuff. All done. Like, have I gone quiet again? Have I?
Yeah, it's. Don't bother putting it back up because it's gonna sort itself out in a minute. Like, I can still hear you fine. I think like people in chat can still hear you, but it's you know what happens when we're usually on a call where it makes you quiet, then it makes you loud. So you're gonna put it loud, and then it's gonna rejig itself, and then you'll be deafening.
And I'll be deafening. I'll try to keep quiet, but I bought it home and I fixed the back plate, and I added more Velcro and stuff inside it. So now it goes. There's a strap here which is completely goes around. I can tighten it up. There's a strap there, completely goes around. I can tighten it up. There's a strap that goes across my palm that I can start and tighten up, and then there's a Velcro one that goes across my wrist because I didn't want to tighten something over my wrist. So I got a nice little Velcro, really wide Velcro piece that goes over my wrist. And then the new addition then is on the very back of the Power Fist. It goes through the loop and goes right up into the shoulder, a big ass strap, and the weight of the metal pin that I've got that comes out to hold my shoulders holds everything up. So all the weight is on my shoulders instead of my arm. And it
honestly, that's the best like edit you've made to that, because it's like once I have the straps pretty much done, because we need it, like I can suit you up on my own.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like the Power Fist needs either 2 people or 1 person and a table, because you need something to rest it on, because you can't hold your arm up while I do all the straps, otherwise your arm will go dead. But yeah, it stops it then from, because it takes forever to get all the straps on. And then, once it's hooked on the thing, it stops it from sliding. And even if it does slide, it's only a little bit.
Oh yeah, and if anything, that strap that goes to the shoulder is like the main one now. Like without that, I'm
Yeah.
screwed. Like,
And if it is slipping down, like rather than having to go back in and tighten up all the straps, all I need to do is just go under your shoulder and just pull it up a little bit, and it's fine.
And the fact that it's completely 360 and can loop itself around, you can just move it to wherever you want, and it works really well. I hope the audio is okay now in the chat and everything. Hope that's all good.
I think like it should be fine. Like you're a little bit quiet, but it's not like nobody can hear you.
Okay, good. As long as I'm still, as long as everyone can still hear me and it's perfectly fine. I'm just going to refresh the chat for me because the chat stopped a little bit. But yeah, I've done. I'd say that's probably the best thing I've done to that one is add that strap. And
yeah,
personally, right. Okay, what is your current newest cosplay? I'd say other than your SCP, obviously. That was. What's your current newest cosplay that you're working on?
Well, that's the thing, because the SCP is the most recent completed one. Like, I mean, yeah, I can still add stuff to it, but the base of it is done. Where it's like, I'm happy to take that to a con. But like the one that does have like a lot of stuff that's being worked on is the Iron Guardsman, which is currently like obviously I can't work on that at the moment because I've just moved all my cosplay stuff back home because I'm at my university house right now. So we're going to be moving the rest. I'm going to be moving back, and all the rest of my stuff's going to be going back in about a week and a half. So yeah, it's I can't really work it, and as well, I'd be like the main part of that is the massive Voxcaster which is going on my back, and every time I look at that thing, I just experience existential dread
because of all the wiring and stuff you've got to put
yeah, I'm just like because I'm looking at it, and I did like a test wiring, and some of it worked and some of it didn't, and I can't fathom out why it's not working. And it's being a metric pain in my ass. And it's one of those things where you look at it and you're just like, I do not want to go back to that. Like I'm thinking because the original idea is I was gonna have like the batteries were gonna be actually in the battery pack on the bottom of the Voxcaster.
Yeah.
And then I was gonna have a detachable cable which was the power cable, and it would go in, and it would function like the circuit would function the same as in the Voxcaster.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, is there's current going through that cable, but it doesn't want to light up anything on that other side. So I'm guessing I think somehow I might have wired something wrong or something. So what I think I might do is I might just keep it as one circuit in the battery pack and just a separate simple circuit in the top one, just to be like, yeah, they're two different circuits, two different batteries, but they work.
So. Oh, hey, right, Live Action Pixel. Thank you for coming over to say hello. It's going really well. We occasionally my microphone does dip a little bit. I'm not sure why, but I think that's OBS playing up a little bit. But yeah, hello Live Action Pixel. Live Action Pixel, hello. For anyone who doesn't know, is Nick Acott. I hope I got your last name right. I'm so sorry. One of Sneaky Zebra crew, the Sneaky Zebra boys who do the amazing cosplay videos. I absolutely love their cosplay music videos. They are absolutely the best. I'm in one of them at MCM. I was so happy. I swear, if Nick was here right now, he could tell you.
Oh God, I remember when that first happened, and you were just like, "Harry!"
It was honestly. I was there with some friends. We all went to play Expo matches. We all went to MCM together, and I'd seen that they said.
That's too bright.
I see that they said they were gonna be there. They were like, yeah, we're filming at MCM today for a music video, and I was like, okay, cool. I've got to find them. I've got to find them. So during the entire convention, I'm stomping around the whole time. I'm like, just keeping an eye out, nothing, like all day, and I'm just like, oh, come on, like, I really want to find them, and I'm just looking at their feed, and I'm just like, why? Where are you? Are you still here? So I'm like, I kind of gave up, and I kind of felt bad, and it was near the end of the day, and I was like, oh, well, there we go then. Oh, we're going to go outside? Yeah, okay. So we go outside, and we're chilling out, and I've got my helmet off, and there's a bunch of photographers come over, like, can we have some photos? I'm like, sure, no worries. Get a bunch of photos, yada, yada, yada. And then I get my helmet taken off, and as soon as my helmet comes off, I just look to my left, and there they are, the sneaky zebra crew, just walking past. And I embarrassed myself in front of the entire, the whole courtyard bit that everyone was at. And I'm just like, sneaky zebra! Oh my god! And I just sort of like stomp over in my space marine, and I'm just like, I love you guys. Can I please be in your video? And they were literally, I love this though. It means so much to me because they were both like, we're literally just going. But I'm sure we can do a video, right? They look at each other like, yeah, of course we can do a video. And then they did a clip of me stomping towards the camera. And it makes me so happy. I made it a GIF. I clipped it so I could have it as a little video clip. I love it. It's like it's the best thing. To this day, I remember that. Like, I remember that so vividly because it just makes me so happy. And now I've got him on my stream. I follow him. I follow him and watch him play. Guess what he plays, Harry? Guess what he's playing currently?
What is he playing currently?
What is he playing currently? He's playing Satisfactory, Harry. He's playing Satisfactory.
So that's what I'm playing as well. I'm currently playing that.
Yeah, Harry's
like
playing it. It's so good.
I've put so many. Actually, shit. I've like on my screen at the moment. I've got like I got two monitors. I got the stream open on one so I can see the chat. I've got like a little Facebook window. I got the chat, like the Zoom meeting, and then in the background you got my Steam, and it's Satisfactory is just up there because it's the one I was playing earlier. And yeah, I've clocked up. I've already clocked up 53 hours in it. Like, it's not even funny.
Nick's pushing 4 days and he streams it. I literally watch him at like 12, half 12, sometimes even 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just watching him. I'm just like, this is so cool. I really wish I could play it, but it's just like, I need to sort my PC out. It's like, it's on my list of to-do stuff, but I've got so much to do already. It's just like, I'll do it another time. But I'm honest to God, like, I'm so happy you're here, just taking a break from your streaming, I guess. But I really, really appreciate you coming to the stream. Makes me a very happy man.
Satisfactory is all the satisfaction of running your own Victorian, like, factory, like, factory mill thing, just minus the child labour.
Hi, chaps. Hello, Flynn Hawker.
Hello.
I got that right. I'm really bad at these names. Okay. Right, there we go. So, have you ever taken part and won a cosplay competition? I don't think I've ever asked you that, ever.
Taken part in? I've taken part in a few. Won one? No.
Have you had honourable mentions or anything like that, or have you just taken part?
Nope. Oh, it's shooting cosplayers.
Shooting cosplayers. We love shooting cosplayers. Harry and I especially love shooting cosplayers.
Oh, yes.
He is our boy. He is our boy. Oh my god. Right. You've done it now. You've done it now. Okay, so Richard Burge is shooting cosplayers. He is an absolute legend.
Shout outs.
Shout out to Richard Burge shooting cosplayers. He is the man responsible for taking so many of my favorite pictures of my Space Marine. He at one convention he decided to just like jump down on the ground. He was lying belly down on the ground taking a picture upwards of me, and I'm just like, you don't have to get on the ground. He's like, no, it's fine, and just took like the best photos of me. And,
I've just seen Anglus's thing in the chat.
Damn it.
We love shooting cosplayers, Dubrick 2020.
Someone needs to clip that.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Speaking of that, shooting cosplayers took the photo of me that I love so much, and then was like, dude, you can have it, and gave me the design, and then made the actual logo that are on my t-shirts. So anyone who has bought a t-shirt, that photo was then edited by the one and only shooting cosplay as Richard Burge, like genuinely. Yes, first time we met was MCM. It was absolutely, and I genuinely have fallen in love with you as a photographer because that's what I'm about to. Well, during this stream, it's what I've told Harry. There's stuff that's happening, and I'm gonna tell him at some point, but he doesn't know yet. Right now, we're just doing questions, so it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and Richard Burge also did. He did the same thing for me. He took. There's this really nice photo of me that he did at that same photo shoot of me. Like I was, I was getting suited up for the to do some photos, and I was just pulling on my glove, and he was like, "Stop there!" and just like started taking photos. So he got this awesome thing of me looking menacing in my commissar, just pulling on this leather glove.
If I'm right, that is your current cover photo on your cosplay page.
It is, yeah. He took a few, and he took one from the side on, and he took one from front on. The front on one's my cover photo, and he also made the one which is like slightly side on. He made a similar one, a similar logo for me.
It is, honestly,
of like Ranger of Krieg kind of thing, which is really, really cool.
He also took one of you and me stood by each other, and one of you and me shooting each other, well, killing each other.
Yeah, I love the one where it's like the shot over your shoulder, and it's just me in my commissar with the shovel like that,
and me just pointing a bolt pistol.
Yeah, and it's like you're probably wondering how I got here. It's like.
Obviously, I'm ammo-less right now. You don't keep a gun loaded.
Yeah. The funny thing is, though, is like in that photo, like obviously I got my bionic eye on one, but you can see like my eye in the other one, and it's just like it's just like this wide eye, and it's like kind of like freeze frame. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. Well, it all started in the summer of Millennium 41.
With the music, what you call it? When Harry gets too hot in his mask, he does borrow this bionic eye I made a long time ago. I made this bionic eye out of a kid's hairband. It's a hairband that's inside 10mm foam, and I made this for when conventions get too hot. And I can't wear my helmet, so I wear this instead. And I've made it so it fits me really well. But what's even better is it actually fits Harry quite well too. It does have LEDs. It has LEDs here and here, like on the actual eye. This actual eyepiece I can see out of. So if I do that, I can still see through it. That way your depth perception isn't screwed. But yeah, Harry wears that quite regularly. I actually brought it down here because it needed repairs, believe it or not, Harry. It actually.
Did I break it?
No, you didn't. I just noticed some of the wires were like coming loose, and I was like, oh, why not? Let's fix that.
One day.
Yes, safety first, absolutely, safety first. Oh, look, I think Desi has posted the photo from shooting cosplayers. Absolutely. Oh, that photo is so good.
No, that was Pink Thorn 242.
Oh, was it Pink Thorn? Oh, my apologies. Oh, it was Pink Thorn. Thank you, Pink Thorn 242. Thank you so much for that. Oh, it's such a good photo.
And thank you as well to Desi, because Desi posted Shooting Cosplay's actual page as well earlier in the chat.
This is why I love my chat. I love you guys. You guys are amazing.
I'm just looking at the thing now, and I can hear the do kind of song. You're probably wondering how I got here.
Right, okay, so, this isn't so much a question, but I know for a fact that you are into Jurassic Park to the point where you've got a Jurassic Park cosplay.
I do. That was one of my... I think it was like my third cosplay, where I started it, and it was just a few things thrown together, but then I was like, you know what? I'm going to make this like a proper kind of one. And yeah, I got like it's like everything I've gotten for it pretty much is like specifically bought for it. And I got park ranger patches, I got Jurassic Park patches. I actually have a clearance badge as well, which is like Jurassic Park ranger level 1 clearance and stuff like that, which is really cool. And it's like that one I sometimes like. I don't wear it as often as I do as I used to because usually I'm with Dovrig and like when I go to cons, so I'm usually in like 40k kind of ones. But if I'm going to a con on my own, I do try and take that down. If it's a weekend con, I'll take it down one of the days because it is nice to bring it out because clever girl.
Clever girl.
Yeah, it's honestly though, it's a really nice one to wear because I actually have a like a little T-Rex plush toy that I carry around, and it actually comes on I can have it with a lead on it as well. It's like one of those the leads with like the plastic pole in the middle, so it looks
the
like
invisible dog.
yeah. So it looks like you're walking it, and it also acts kind of like a puppet kind of thing. If I like have her touched up in like the crook of my arm or something, and yeah, honestly, that one's like really popular with like kids and families and stuff, and it's just like, and if I meet a the people who wear the inflatable T-Rex costumes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like,
You can do
oh
the
my
classic,
god,
you can do that. Which is
I've done that, but not with people in those suits. I did it once, but for some reason, 3 Doctor Who cosplayers wanted to do it, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like 3 Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Like,
it was still cool, but it was just a bit weird.
No. Before you even read it out loud, Harry. No, leave that in the chat.
Oh, you need to get one of those T-Rex thingies. Yes, you do, Dominic. You need to get one of those T-Rex things. But yeah, no, there was. I think the last con I took it to, it was Cardiff Film and Comic Con.
Oof, God,
yeah, but it was I think a year and a half ago, and there were 2 people in those inflatable T-Rexes, and we did a thing where I was like hauling ass around this convention with a baby T-Rex in one arm and a shotgun in the other, just like running, and then you had these 2 like inflatable T-Rexes running after me, being like, ah.
with their tiny windows and they're like, ah.
Yeah, and I was just like running around, just like, ah.
Oh, here we go. Okay, my printer just spat out the helmet part I was working on, so I may disappear and go
shove it in the fridge.
Go put it in the fridge. Just don't mistaken it for like some food at like 2 o'clock in the morning and you try to eat it.
Oh, this is a bit crunchy.
Right, this one I've wanted to... Right, I put this one in because I know it's funny, because I think it's funny, and I think the chat's going to think this is absolutely hilarious. But while in your Krieg cosplay, your Death Core of Krieg, have you ever been mistaken for somebody else?
Wait, as in like somebody else underneath
as in when they see your Krieg, Death Core of Krieg, have they ever thought you were a different character?
Oh god, yes, so many fucking times.
Chat needs to get ready for this. Chat needs to get ready for this. It's so funny. If it's the story he's going to tell, I'm going to be really excited.
Okay, so some of them, like, don't get me wrong, like some of the misidentifications I understand because they do kind of like look a little bit similar and stuff. So I've had Wolfenstein. I've had what was it? I've had someone go, Helgast from Killzone, which coincidentally I actually really want to do a Helgast cosplay. It would either be a trooper or Colonel Radek from Helgast. That would be from Killzone, and that would be so cool. I've been mistaken for some less than savory.
Go on, say it. It's the one I wanted to say. The one
Oh god, fucking damn it! Oh no. Yeah, I had this. Oh shoot, where was it? I think I was at. I think I was at a tattoo convention or something.
I think it was the tattoo con we were at.
No, it wasn't that one. It was a different one. Yeah, I think it was the one before. Because I wasn't in my commissar that time.
Oh, okay.
I was in my first grenadier, I think.
Oh yeah, you were. Yeah. But
I had this guy come up to me, and he he puts it. He's like, "Oh mate, can I have a photo with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, of course you can." He puts his arm around me and goes to take the selfie, and he's like, "Yeah, I've got a mate that'll love this. He loves all this Nazi stuff," and I'm just like, "Muck fucking excuse me." and
Just,
and I
no.
am just like I'm like, mate, that is as far from what you can. And he just goes,
Oh,
yeah, and just like,
oh,
and I'm just like, no,
oh, God. It's
just don't go there.
when you came up to me and was just like, Davrik, I'm like, what? You were like, the dude just thought I was a Nazi, and I just
Yeah,
burst
and I'm
out
just like,
laughing.
could you not? I
God, it
don't.
was
Yeah,
so bad. It was so bad. Oh God, I'm not gonna lie. I still laugh at it to this day though. Jazz music stops.
yeah, quite literally, it was like, yeah,
Honestly,
just
but
record scratch, just like what?
but I had to get that story out. But the reason being is because it's such a funny one, and I love it. No, I'm not like, again, you know me. I'm not trying to like make anything bad or anything, but it's just so funny. Like it
Yeah,
is
that
just like because
Angelus just pointed out. He said it's even the wrong war.
yeah, it's
Thank you.
even the wrong war. But
Oh
it's like,
God, yeah.
but I mean, listen, I don't think I've ever been mistaken for something that bad.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
it's
but
the.
I have
I
been.
honestly, I am actually like. I am a little bit. I wouldn't say terrified, but I am a bit scared that like I'll be at a con sometime and someone who's like really zealous about that kind of thing will just come up to me and just deck me, and just be like, how dare you, kind of thing, and then I'll be like, I'm just a deathcore, don't hurt me, and
I'm
like,
from a
yeah,
game. And they'll be
yeah,
like,
it's like,
what?
leave me alone.
But honestly, right?
Yeah.
I've been mistaken for like a dad being like, "Go on, go have a picture with the big robot man."
Oh
Like,
God, yeah,
okay,
honestly, that one makes me smile every time I
that
hear that because I know it pisses you off.
that was funny. But the one that got me the most was a guy who walked up to me, and I thought he was taking the piss. But he walked to me, and he was by himself, and he was genuine. He was like, "Dude, I have not seen someone do a Mark One Iron Man in a long time." You know the one, he builds in the cave, and
Yeah.
there's
The
just
one he
me like,
builds in a cave with scraps.
no, it's the wrong helmet. It's just the. I mean, oh yeah, no, I've been
Bless
mistaken
him.
for a transformer by a child. A child's been like, "Look, it's a
Oh,
transformer," and I'm like, "Yes,
bless.
yes,
Yeah,
robots
but
in
yeah.
disguise as a space marine." But no, that's like,
Oh,
but the tattoo con one I had to get out because, god damn, it makes me giggle every time, and just
yeah.
like, I'm so proud of you though. You were totally chill with him. You were just like, oh no, actually, and just like, but you
Well,
weren't
that's
like,
the thing. I
no,
was like,
dick.
no, it's. Oh God. I have to tell this one. If we're talking about mistaken, I because I just remembered this one,
Go on.
and it's like I said, with like most of them, like Killzone, Wolfenstein, and stuff like that, I understand because they are like quite similar, especially Killzone. But I had this one guy. I was coming home. This was the first. Do you remember the first thing in my commissary I did, where it was made out of open cell foam and it was really crap? Um,
Yeah, no, I remember that. I loved
like
it though. It was good.
I was on my way back on the train. I didn't have my mask on or anything, um, and I just had stuff and I was carrying stuff. And this guy who is drunk, by the way, he comes up to me and he says, "Oh my God, are you a Ghostbuster?" And I just look at him and I'm just like,
Oh no.
"What? No!" And he's like, "Oh, mate, you're a Ghostbuster." And I'm like,
Oh,
"No, I'm really not." Like, I'm like, I can't explain to this guy what I am because he's just not going to get it. So I'm just going to be like, "No, I'm from like a sci-fi thing," and like I'm trying to be like as diplomatic as I can. And then he just looks at me and he goes, "You're a fucking Ghostbuster." I'm like, "Okay, I'm a Ghostbuster. Just don't hurt me."
okay, fine, drunk man.
Okay.
Ghostbuster, like, fuck you. Oh man. Oh god, it's just
Oh God, yeah, just smile and wave, boys. Smile and
boys.
wave.
Smile and wave. Oh god,
Like, oh God, I don't.
I knew I would be laughing this much on this stream. Like, oh man
That's,
alive. Right. By the way, how long have we been streaming for? I don't actually know. It doesn't actually tell me. That's
Yeah, we've been streaming for almost an hour and 40, but we've been actually live for almost an hour and 20.
That's cool. Well, we can go a bit longer. I've got a bunch
Yeah.
more questions. If everyone in chat's enjoying themselves, I hope we've still got a few more viewers. Everyone's joining in.
Yep.
Right, so have you ever lost a piece of your cosplay at a convention?
Lost.
Like,
I've
have you gone home and realised, damn, I forgot this at the convention, or like that kind of thing?
I've had like little things break off, like small little bits which aren't really like worth like worrying over, and I've just been like, it got caught on something and came off, and I'm just like, oh bugger. I've had stuff fall apart on me, and but never anything where I've been like, shit, I've left like an entire piece
Yeah.
of this. I've left like a shoulder plate. The thing, I've never done anything like that.
No, fair.
Um,
I did leave a helmet at a convention once that I had to then. I had driven about 20 minutes from the convention and I had to stop, turn around, come back, and walk in. I was like, "No, security man, come with me. I need to get my helmet." And he came with me. I was like, "This helmet's mine." I had to show him pictures of me.
Yeah.
Like from the day, that's me.
Yeah. Please, Mr. Security Man, please reunite me with my helmet.
Luckily, I had one of me with my helmet off as well in the suit, and he was like, "Oh, you're the big robot man." And I hate that, so I just shut up and just slap.
Yeah.
But instead,
and you're just there with gritted teeth, like, "Yes, I am."
"Yes, robot man, please let me in." And and then he let me in, and he came with me with another guy, and we went over, and I was like, "This is mine," and just walked over. And then luckily the organizer was there, and she came up, and I was just like, "Hey, how much?" She was like, "Yeah," and then they were like, "Oh, okay," and they fucked off because they knew I knew her. Yes, I lost 3 iron hearts for my Mando over the 3-day con. Ah, no, what? Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Insert Batman meme. Yeah, literally. But so I think since we've been doing like what, an hour and 20, I think I'm going to go on to the thing I've been holding off until now. What I'll do, I'll ask you 1 or 2 more questions, and then I'll jump on that.
Okay.
Now I know you make most of your cosplay stuff.
Yeah.
But if you had a choice, like if there was a piece that you really wanted, and you were like, I could make that. But if you had a choice to buy the exact thing you wanted, as in the exact piece you want, no modification needed, would you prefer to buy it or make it?
Make it.
You'd prefer to make
Right.
it. That's the answer.
Yeah. Like, honestly, it's a case of I don't know. It's just more satisfying, like, to be like, someone will come up to you at a con, and they'll see your prop that you're holding, or the suit you're wearing, and they'll be like, "Oh my god, that's awesome! This is great." And then you're like, "Yeah, I made it." It's that feeling of accomplishment to be, people like your stuff, and you're like, "Yeah, I made it." Like, I had someone when we were at Bristol Con, and we had that table, and we had all our stuff set up. I had my flamer rested against, because I had my Deathcore Guardsman on a mannequin, and I had the flamer like rested up against it, and I had someone come up to me and say, "Oh, is that flamethrower for sale?" And I'm like, "No, but thank you."
It is nice, isn't it? Like, it is really nice. Actually, last night, some chap, I've forgotten his name, Terry, jumped me into a group chat with someone who was looking to buy a fully built Space Marine, and was like, "Don't you guy?" And I'm like, "I don't build full Space Marines for people." Obviously, depending on what, if they're willing to pay the price to, get me to build one, because it's such a big undertaking to build a suit that's like done wearable with platforms and everything, fully painted and everything. It was a loyalist Space Marine as well, but he wouldn't tell me what chapter. I told him the price, and I was told a firm, "I'm saving up for a wedding, no thank you." And I was like, okay. Like, I don't know how much people in the UK think a Space Marine can be built for.
Yeah.
But when you take into account the amount of time it's going to take and the fact that it's going to have to be every day for like a good 8 or 9 hours a day every day to build this suit, and then test fitting and stuff. It's a lot of work. Like, I know there are people in the chat who've built Space Marines themselves, and they know it's no easy undertaking. You can't just build one overnight. I know we built mine over a weekend, but that was 3 people, and there was a lot of cleaning up and repairing and fixing and doing stuff I needed to do to it to get it to look like what it is now. There's still stuff on my suit now that I want to repair and stuff, but I've left it until now. Like, for example,
Yeah,
I've just fixed the knees and stuff. But
yeah, I think when it comes down to like selling stuff, which is is handmade, I think I don't think people have very good reference for it because everything like most things you buy are like just in general, like going to the supermarket, are factory made, so they can be made really cheap and really fast. But like my terrain pieces back there, for instance, like those take me 2 days minimum to make, um, because I need to let the foam clay dry. I need to let things, you know, the foam clay needs 24 hours to dry as it is,
yeah,
and then I've got to do, I've got to get it all cut out, get it foam clay, do all the sculpting, throw rocks at it, and then like paint it and stuff like that, and yeah. So for
throw
something like
rocks at it. I love that.
just
Throw
cover it in
rocks.
glue and throw rocks at it. It's fine.
Covering
Um,
that's what you want.
yeah, and it's like it's the same with props as well, where it's like my masks, my gas masks. I've had some people say I should sell those. I'm like, I don't know what I should sell them for. It would have to be like maybe 120 quid minimum. So
We've got foam clay. Gotta have your
yeah,
foam clay. Good old tub of foam clay. Foam clay is the best. Oh, have we got? Wow, there was a. What's I was told by a friend? A bit.
hmm.
Yeah, fair. I like that. Yeah, because I mean, obviously, I know a lot of Space Marines who are like, it's easy, just do it like that. And I'm like, okay, well, how much would you charge? And then they tell me how much they would charge, and I personally don't think it's enough for what it is. The time of the foam, the cost of materials, all that. You got to add so much into it to add it up and everything. But if anyone asks, no, I don't. I won't tell you how much I was going to charge them because everyone has a different opinion to
Oh
as
yeah.
what they should charge and what people should charge. My favorite thing ever, I think, is what David Roth told me, because David Roth has 3 suits now, and he 4 suits actually, I think, 4 suits now. What he told me, and it was the best thing I've ever heard. He said, if anyone comes to you wanting you to build them a suit, give them the fuck off price. And I was like, what's the fuck off price? He was like, just tell them 10 grand. Just tell them 10 grand. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I get it. No one will want to pay 10 grand. But hypothetically, if someone just says, yeah, and then gives you 10 grand, he goes, well, you've got 10 grand. Build them a suit and you've got 10 grand. And I'm like,
It's the point of, if they don't take it, if they don't accept that, you haven't lost anything. If they do,
you've got 10 grand.
yeah. And it's just like it is now definitely worth your time.
Oh no. Oh damn, I can't see that. I'm not logged into my Google on this PC. If anyone has if anyone can view that and like send me it on Facebook or
Yeah,
something.
this is saying it's you need access to the drive, like because I'm
Right.
logged in on mine and I have to request access on it.
I'll
So,
probably have to do the same. Oh, do you know what? Actually, hold on. Do you know what? Because I love you so much, I will do it on my phone. Don't panic. I'm doing it on my phone. So, give me 2 seconds. I will.
I mean, shit. I'll request access now and see what they can.
You're gonna see it before I do.
Yeah.
Right. Can I get
And
my
apparently,
mod?
I'll get an email
Can my
when
mod?
my thing is.
Can my mod send me the link in our private chat, please? That would be awesome on Facebook. I would love that. I could check that out then on my phone because everything is logged in on my phone. My phone is my hub, if you will. My phone is where everything is. quiet again. How quiet am I?
Oh, it's gone back up again now.
There we go. People ask me to make wings or ask me how to make them with detailed instructions. I mean, if they ask you how to do stuff, like the amount of people, like I've been writing stuff down. I've actually got a list in my room, in my loft, of people who have come to me and said, hey, can you tell me how to make this or how to do this, or can you give me, like, tell me how you started your Space Marine stuff? And I've sent them all the links and the software and everything they need, and then I'm like, hey, when you start, let me know, and if you want to come back for information, just ask, and I'll let you know everything. The amount of people I've done that to, I have personally given birth to about 9 Space Marines now. Like, I get pictures sent to me on
that must have been
daily
painful.
or weekly basis of people being like, hey, look, I've done the legs. Hey, look, I've done the shins. And it's great to see, like, hey, this guy came to me and I gave him the files and now he's actually doing it. Like, Lord knows how many messages I've sent. I tell you what, I don't mind. I really don't. I really appreciate, like, getting messages and stuff. It makes me a super happy bunny.
It is nice. I get quite a lot of aspiring deathcore cosplayers messaging me and being like, where'd you get your mask from? What coat should I use? And how should I do things? And it's like, I don't. It's like my masks are all handmade via guesstimation, so I don't have any patterns to give people. So I'm just like, look, here are the Milsurp gas masks that look the best. Here's, like, if you want to make your own one, here's, just look for Russian gas mask hoses on eBay. And in terms of coats, pretty much any great coat will work. Just make sure it's like a double-breasted one, if you can.
Oh god, yeah. Mine's double-breasted.
Yeah.
But I've not.
Because you've got a Russian one, and I've got a Austrian. Mine's an Austrian parade one, so it's got nice shiny gold buttons on it.
shiny gold buttons.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get that checked in a sec. Right, yeah. Another question I've got now. Then. So right, when you get into your ignore the fact that let you by yourself at a convention, okay? I know how I feel and stuff like that, but like you personally, when you're in your deathcore and you put everything on and you're all buttoned up and prim and proper and you head off, what is your favorite part of that? Like when you go out onto the con floor, what is your ultimate favorite part?
Scaring grown-ass people. It's horror. Because I think I don't know whether it's the same anywhere else, but I think that you know that episode of Doctor Who with the gas mask kid.
Are you my mummy?
Yeah. I think that mentally scarred like anyone who watched it. So like I've been like, especially considering as well, like all my deathcore have the gas mask, but they also have like the skull on the front as well. So I accidentally gave someone a panic attack once, and I had to literally I was like because they came. There was this girl, and I'm assuming it was a boyfriend. And a boyfriend came up to me and was like, "Oh, can I get a photo with you?" And I was like, "Yes, of course." And he goes to take a photo with me, and then I can see his like the girl he was with, like his girlfriend, I think it was. She's just there, just going, and just starts like breathing really heavily, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Oh my god!" And he like goes to her, and she's having a panic attack. So I like take off my mask, and I'm like try and put it away. I'm like, it's fine, it's fine. Just please be okay.
Shooting cosplayers, I've just requested access, so I'll wait for that email to pop through.
Yeah, but yeah, no. There's I've had when we were at the second tattoo con where when you were in your Ghostbuster, I was in my commissar.
Hell yeah.
Do you remember that woman that came up to us because we did our first walk around, then we did a walk around like I did it without my mask and with my glasses on, so I could
Oh
actually see.
yeah,
And
yeah.
this woman comes up to me, and she was like, "Yeah, I saw you walking around earlier, but you were too scary, so I didn't come up and say hi."
Yeah, and I was just like,
I'm just like, "Oh, sorry." It's like,
adorable.
yeah,
Cardiff Film and Comic Con. I walked. You know the lift. You know the lift in the middle of the arena, the one that everyone goes up and down to go to the second floor and the first floor. I got into that. My spotter at the time, Holly, ran down the stairs and met me at the bottom, and the doors open to a woman by herself in front of me, and she just screamed and then burst into tears. But by the time she was like, "Oh God!" like kind of thing, and like stepped to
yeah,
one side, and I walked out. Now I'm wearing my old helmet at this point. I couldn't see anything except for just what I had, like just
yeah,
through my eyes. And I walked out, and this guy held the door open for me because the door was open. I was like, "Oh, better my chance!" I got out, and Holly walked like up behind me, and then we got out, went over to a table where my friends had a table selling some stuff. And I was like, "Oh, Holly, pop my helmet off." She popped my helmet off. She was like, I chatted to them for a bit. And she's like, "By the way, you know that woman that was at the lift?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "You just scared the crap out of her." And she started crying, and I was like, my heart just sank, and I was like, "Oh my God." I had no idea I'm going to be berated online. Like, I'm
yeah,
going to have the crap kicked out of me online. We go back upstairs after stomping around the arena. We go back upstairs. I put my whole suit on the table because I didn't have a stand then. Whole suit on the table. And this woman comes up, and Holly's just like, "Oh, hey, I hope you're okay." And she was like, "Yeah, no, I'm fine. It just, he scared me and stuff like that." And I walked over next to Holly, and I was like, "Everything okay?" And she was just like, "Oh, yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine." And the other woman was like, "Oh, it's okay. It's just, he scared me earlier," and pointed at the suit. And I just went, "Oh, were you the person who cried?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's so embarrassing." And I'm like, "I am so sorry." And she was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "I'm the thing. I'm the big tally stumpy
yeah,
dude." And she was just like, "Oh God." And get this, right? She started laughing, but I think she was having like a mild panic attack because she started crying again. So I
yeah,
ran around the table, went over and hugged her, which made her cry even more. So she was holding on to me. I'm holding on to her. She's crying. I'm like, "It's okay, it's okay." She was like laughing and like wiping tears away. "This is so stupid. I'm so sorry." And I was just like, "It's okay. How about this?" Grabbed my helmet off the table and put it on while like mid crying.
oh God,
But she started laughing even more. Then she stopped crying, and then she was just like, "Can I have a photo?" And she gave me her phone. So I took a photo of her, and then we had a photo together. And I've still got that picture of her wearing my helmet with I think it's I Heart New York t-shirt or something on. But I will never forget that day because she was laughing, and I was like, "I'm so sorry." She's like, "No, you don't need to say sorry. I'm just like this whole building, and like there's lots of people and loud noises and stuff like that." And so I felt so bad. Like, oh my God. Seriously, children run up to me and hug me sometimes. I love to. Honest to God, to you, it's so nice. Like
yeah.
I've had a kid run up and grab my leg once, and I was just like, "Oh, stompy stomp,"
Yeah, I tend to find like kids are either or. They're either absolutely terrified of you,
which is mostly what
or
I get.
yeah, kind of, yeah. It's or they're just like, "Oh my God, you're so cool," and then they run up and hug you or something, and it's like, "How are you not afraid, small child?"
You little crotch goblins should be terrified.
Yes.
Oh man. Right. So I'm still checking my emails, see if I get access to that from shooting cosplayers, because I very much would like to see what he has sent. I'm really excited to see what cool stuff I'm
Yeah.
about to get, because he sends me the coolest stuff.
Hmm.
He sends me the coolest stuff. So, okay, right, nothing yet, but I will keep track, and if I find anything, I will post it and let you guys know. So, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to let Harry know for some time now. Obviously, Harry and everybody on the internet knows that I'm doing a deathcore of Krieg.
Yarp.
I've currently got a GoFundMe running. If my mod could throw my GoFundMe in the chat, that would be awesome, just so people can see. And I have been secretly in talks with shooting cosplayers, because we have found it's a large area, but it's on the edge of the sea. It's open to the public. It's like a museum, but it's open to the public, and it is an entrenchment.
Okay.
It's got like the 50 pence shaped gun bunkers.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's got a legit trench running the entire length of it where people walk
Yeah.
down, and it's an actual trench.
Oh, that's cool.
We've been in talks and stuff. You Facebook message me, that's cool. We've been in talks about doing that, and we're gonna have a photo shoot there.
Yeah.
And I've got in my bookmarks ready to buy like a pack of 30 smoke grenades that are just ready to go.
God.
So
Oh no.
what I've done is I've put some money to one side from the donations that I've been getting on my GoFundMe. Obviously, I haven't gotten that money yet. Once it's finished, I'll be getting the money. I've put some money to one side, but he has just said that's all he's told me is just give me fuel money and it'll be fine. But I'm definitely going to be paying him some money. He's going to be doing a day with us, just you and me in our Krieg boys, a whole day of photo shooting. He's going to edit them all for us, and he is just the greatest person ever, honest to God. And I just wanted to let you know that we have a big photo shoot planned with.
I was going to say, where did you say that was?
I keep forgetting where exactly. We were in talks for a bit. He sent me a link to it. I'll have to try to find the link. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find that now. He says Facebook messaged you. I can't see the message yet. I don't know why it's not coming up. Let me just.
Yeah, Angelus, I just saw the Dropbox link you just posted. That is adorable.
Wait, what?
Angelus just posted. If you scroll up, he just posted a Dropbox link, and it's his chaplain's helmet on a small kid, and it's the cutest.
That is actually super adorable. Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like, yeah, I'll wear my. I mean, technically, I could bring like my guardsman and my commissar down if we wanted to do like a bit of both. Maybe just either have like two guardsmen and then have like your guardsman and my commissar and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, it again, like it's up to him. Like, here you go. Smoke grenades would be so much massive grin on my face. Right, I'm gonna thumbs up you in the chat so I can see. Where did you message me exactly? On my cosplay page or on my actual Facebook? But yeah, right. So that was the thing I wanted to tell you. I've been arranging it all, and we're gonna be giving him some monies and being like, "You're so cool. Have monies." Do a photo shoot,
please.
So it's gonna be a huge photo.
Please, my wets.
Oh no, Harry! You now have to explain to the chat what you mean by that. Otherwise, things are gonna go a bit funny. Oh, there we go. It's okay. It's on my cosplay page. Found it.
Yeah, if it just go on YouTube and type in "dry for my wets."
Oh, no, Richard.
Need
no.
Need Parmesan cheese.
No.
Wait, what? What has he done?
No.
Can you link it to me?
Oh God, yeah, I think I can link it. Yeah, hold on, let me save it and I'll send it to you. I don't know. I don't know how to get it in the chat. I need to be able to link it, but mate, that's so funny. Oh, I can't do it. I can't.
Cheers, Richard.
Like, I just, Harry. Right, okay, what I'll do.
Oh my God, Richard, that's brilliant. I love it.
What I'll do. Don't panic.
I want that on the shirt.
I've saved the photo. I will upload it to my cosplay page after the stream. I will upload it to my cosplay page, and I think I'll just put for everyone here, I'm just going to put in the thing, it's like, I guess you just had to be there at my stream. Then just put a link to my stream.
Oh God, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Hot Rod Welder, it'll be up on his page later. This is the best.
Oh, Hot Rod Welder. Hey, Hot Rod Welder, how are you doing? I absolutely love Hot Rod Welder.
I just
awesome.
love reacting to that.
Yeah, don't post it yet. I'll post it after the
oh yeah, no, I'm not posting anything. I was just reacting to the message.
I tell you what, that is so funny. Oh God. Richard, you just made me laugh so hard. That was crazy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, if by the way, when all the t-shirts are done, and when all the t-shirts are done, and I do my second run, I've got a really special, awesome thing I'm doing for my second run. You guys are gonna love what's gonna happen there. I've already spoken to Amy. Amy's totally cool with doing it. She doesn't normally do it, but because it's me and I'll be sorting it out with her, she's totally cool with doing it. I'm not going to say anything here. I'm going to do an official post on my page once all the t-shirts are gone, or when I get down to when there's 5 t-shirts left or something. What I'll do is I'll ask her if she can to print me one of those t-shirts that you've just sent me. Hey, bye. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much, Richard. Really, really appreciate it. Shooting Cosplayers, everybody. He's so awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes. I'm
going to tag Shooting Cosplayers in that as well, because God, they're so funny. But right, I hope everyone's enjoyed the stream. I really do. This is the second one I've done. I'm super pleased with how it's gone. I will work on my microphone, see what's going on with that. I think it might be what you said. It's just compensating for my loudness because I'm a very loud man. But yeah, I think we've been going for about 2 hours now. I think, but there should be another stream coming up. There should be another stream coming up. I did actually contemplate doing 2 today because this one was so early. At 5, I was thinking of doing 2 hours here, then waiting an hour and then doing another stream. But I have no one lined up. I have nothing lined up yet. So what I'll do instead is announce to you guys here, and then you'll probably see a post on my page. Just to show you guys, there is a reason the camera angle has changed for this specific one. I have been working on the preparations for a live stream build of a bolt pistol. Let me just get these apart. So this is going to be a bolt pistol build that I'm going to be doing live. It's a Space Marine scale bolt pistol. I've already got the barrel and stuff done because the barrel takes a lot of work just to get the barrel the way I like it. So I wasn't going to do the barrel live. I have already started gluing pieces together. As you can see, they're live. I've got the mag or the clip or whatever you want to call it. Harry's going to yell at me anyway.
It's a magazine.
It's a magazine. So as you can see, I've got a bunch of foam here all glued together ready. I've not started the actual build bit yet because that is going to be what I'm doing next. So the next live stream you guys are going to see is going to be me here with some chill out tunes, chatting to you guys and showing you how I put together a bolt pistol. So when that bolt pistol is done, it will look something like this. See that the bolt pistol? See the bolt pistol? So it'll look something like that. Obviously less chains and stuff like that. But what I will say though is to everyone in this chat is while building this bolt pistol, while I'm working on it, it will be blank when I'm done with it, and I will be priming it. This bolt pistol then will be up for grabs for anyone who wants to buy it. Again, I've not actually built it yet, so hold off for now. But once this is completely built, I will be selling this, and it will be just primed with Thompson Senior Roof Sealer, not Spawn, but I wish they were. I've got some bits to clean up and this and that. I've got some edges to sort out and everything before I actually start building it. But what I will tell you now is whoever does buy it can tell me what color scheme they want, and then the second live stream of this build will be the painting of said bolt pistol. So that's my plan. Whether that's something you guys want to see, let me know, because this is what I've got planned, and I'm super hyped for it because I really want to do an actual cosplay buildy thing live on my Twitch. But what I've also gone and done, I might as well tell you guys now, since you've all come to my stream, is not only have I got the parts for this bolt pistol ready that I've just put there, I've also cut out another set of bolt pistol parts. So I've got 2 bolt pistols that I could build. This one though is very much in pieces, it's all in pieces. There's nothing is glued together on this one. It's a kit basically that I can put together if this stream goes really well and somebody else wants a bolt pistol. I could do another bolt pistol as a live build. So, they're just ideas I'm throwing out there, some stuff I'd love to do. I know Harry's been recording some videos recently of some cool stuff he's been doing with his...
Yeah, because I just passed 1,000 likes on Facebook. I decided to do a trench building tutorial for like model trenches. So I've got that's still work in progress over on the side there. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna crack on with that. I'll get it based up and painted tomorrow, and then I can record that, and all is good.
I love that you had 999 likes, and now you're on what 900 and sorry,
Uh,
1000 and what now?
1054.
Like
It just
you have just shot up.
it was like and then you were and then I just mentioned it in conversation, and you were like, "Hey guys, go up to Harry's page, give him a like," and you're just like,
I
"What?"
could not because it was just
Yeah.
like, wait, you're on 999. This cannot happen. So I just posted it on my page and was like, you can be number 1000. And then a bunch of people like, click, click, click.
Yeah.
But literally, this has been like so much fun. The last stream was a lot of fun that I did with B Cosplay. I really enjoyed that. This stream has been a lot of fun. I'm really hoping that the next one goes as well, which will be my live bolt pistol build, which is going to be going live, as in like I'm going to be telling people about it again after this stream. But anyone who comes to the stream gets to know things early. That's how I'm going to do it. So people who come to the stream get to know stuff early. And then they go up on my Facebook page. But yeah, for anyone who does want to join in on that, that's more than you're more than welcome to. If anyone wants to just hang out and chill out with me live on stream, let me know, because if you have Zoom, then you can do what me and Harry are doing here, and you can join me live on stream, because otherwise it's going to be me answering a few questions while gluing bits together. But if someone does want to join, you're more than welcome to. And yeah, so I'm going to say from me, Iron Warrior Cosplay, and my amazing guest, Ranger of Krieg Cosplay, the absolute mad lad himself, the shovely boy from near Cardiff. I'm not going to give your exact address out.
Yeah, don't fucking dox me.
Just dox you in front of everyone.
Yeah.
I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone, and I hope you all return for my live build stream. So